My people, how na dey? Don't mind me. I was actually looking for something to do to like, okay, hello everybody, how you doing? So I've gotten used to saying hello everybody, hello guys, which I just wanted to do something different. So I decided to say my people, how na dey? My name is Vema, I'm your psychotherapist. As usual, the month of May is for relationship matters. If you've not watched my previous video, I would advise you to go back and watch because we've been basbos everywhere. With this basbos I've been saying, sef. I've been saying two slangs these days, and I feel like, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? I think basbos, or probably I'll say to avoid matters that touches the heart. So I think I like it. I don't know about you, but I just think once in a while you just need some terminologies to help you chill, just calm down, calm down. Okay, this week we are gonna be expatiating more on the things regards relationship matter. Of course, we know relationship matter is something that is so wide, and we cannot explore everything as regard relationship matter in a month. But this is why we do different topics every month as the world keep emerging, as the world keep growing. We keep doing so many research, and we also keep getting better to give you people the best of psychological solutions to issues in the society. In my last episode, I was able to emphasize so many things on individuality and other things. So if you've not watched it, go and watch it, and don't forget to click on subscribe. This week, I'm going to be talking about two things which I'm just really hoping that I can maximize my space and my time and notify some sign. I'm going to be talking about attraction. In my earlier episode, when I started Open Life Therapy, I said so many things as regards attraction. If you've always been following, and one thing is, attraction cannot be overemphasized in the issue of relationship or friendship. It's something we will talk about first, even before we go into any other matter. I mean, you cannot just walk up to somebody without having and being attracted to that person. You cannot just be like, I don't like you and I want us to be friends. And the person just look at like, me, you don't like me, you want us to be friends for what? Probably even if you have how do I put it now? Even if you are with certain people and probably from beginning you tend not to like yourself, something will eventually attract you to that person along the line that will make you feel like, okay, I think I like this person. I think I want to get to know this person. So I'm going to be deliberating more on the mindset of attraction, because there's no way you can attract an opposite sex without a particular mindset towards what you are attracting or who you are attracting. There was a course like that we did that was really very, I really loved the course, and then I love some of the things we did on the course, and that was actually social perception. And one of the things we talked about was impression, how you create an impression to people. So when you create a particular impression about yourself to people, if that impression is pertaining to certain things about what they've developed as an ideology to like people, create friendship with people, or be with people in life, they tend to be like, okay, I think I like this person. But if the impression you are creating doesn't relate to any of their standards and their values and their cues, we call it cues, they tend not to gravitate towards you because you don't have something that they need to gravitate towards. So it's like magnets. Attraction to me is like magnets. If you have something that I feel like, wow, this is cool, I tend to magnet towards you. So if you don't have that thing, I don't magnet towards you because I feel like you don't have the potentials, the cues that I need in probably the same sex or opposite sex. Now, relating this naturally to certain things around relationship matters and things like that, our mindset and ideology towards what we need to see in a particular person's life to relate with them matters a lot. For some people, they will tell you that I've seen ladies sit down and tell you that, okay, what I need in a man's life is money. If he's having money, I'm cool to go. So, am I saying money is not important in relationship? Of course, money is important. In fact, money sustains some things in relationship to put life into them. But if the major priority of them attracting another person or going into a relationship or probably meeting someone is based on the fact that it's just about money, nothing else. Like they are so blind to other areas that they are just seeing money. Then things that begin to attract them in a man is if the man has money. So if the man definitely does not have money, he's outside the queue, like boom. And there's this saying that there's this way that everybody, both male and female, have these skills of impression we have towards another person. So if for another person it may not be money, for another person may be like this guy will call me like 4 times in a day. For another guy, it may be gifts. For another guy, it may not be gift. Another guy may be attention. Some guys will be like, she's not giving me attention. That's why she's a career woman. That's why she's a this. That's why she's a that. Now, knowing that these skills are there, you have to understand what your own kill is about. And how do you understand your kill? You understand your kill by looking at those things that contributed to your growth in life. When you know those things that contributed to your growth in life, you understand how you begin to attract certain people. Probably if you're attracting a toxic person, know you that you yourself have some trait of toxicity in you. Let me use that word. So probably let me say, for example, if if at the end of the day, probably you have attract a violent person, probably there is something around your story or there is something around the story of that violent person that makes that person like that. So if at the end of the day that's not even what I pray for anybody, you now discover that that's who that person is, and that starts from you attracting and taking note of things that are actually right. Now that's actually another topic for another day. So I really don't want to deviate from what I'm trying to explain, which we are still going to get there later in life. So these skills, when you don't see them in a man, you'll be like, I don't see this cut. I don't see this. You just take them. And for a man, probably they are looking for somebody like I've heard so many motivational messages around saying that men look for some of the qualities that their mothers have. And when they don't see it in a woman, they tend to be like, this is not my type. Oh, this is my type. And one major quality I know a mother has is that the mother never gives up. So a man is looking for a woman that never gives up on you, but a woman will give up on a man who is not open to change, who is not vulnerable to becoming better for that woman. So get that. So if you are looking for someone like your mother, know at what range, at what limit will they be able to accept certain things about you. And it's not everything about you that they can accept. There are some things that they are totally unacceptable in the society and in an individual. So if you're expecting a woman to accept you beyond extreme of what a woman should accept, I mean, that's actually out of it. So what I just said is, by the way, so these skills are majorly what many people look at before they move or gravitate towards a person. Now, you cannot date or you cannot have a relationship outside people that are your friends. So even if you meet a stranger today, if you go and start, I've seen people say they enter into arranged marriage and things like that. And along the line, when they enter the marriage and they began to discover so many things that are not really making sense. And that's why courtship is one of the major things that they do advise. Like, get to know this person, even if they introduce you guys to each other and say, oh yeah, meet this person, you meet that person. You have to take that place of getting to know that person before you do anything or before you go into anything. So it is in the place of getting to know that person, you now enter into mating or friendship. But first thing is attraction. So the mindset of attraction must be based on priorities of things that are actually more tangible than things that are untangible. Now, when I say things that are tangible, that is what are the things that are important to that particular family you want to build. What are the things that are important to your relationship? What are the things that are important to your life? So when the things that are important to you are not things that are based on something that are how do I put it now, something that are more cogent, there is tendency that you gravitate towards the negative people you shouldn't gravitate towards. For example, when you build the static of meeting the right mate on number one, the person has the fear of God. Number two, the person listens to people around him or her. Like there are people that can scold the person on your behalf. Then number three, the person has a sense of purpose. Then number four, the person has a level of obedience that can help the person build some certain character, which is very, very profound. Now, I'm not talking about character perfection. I'm talking about character growth. The person has that tendency to bend and grow in character wise. Then you know that okay, this person has that potential that I need to gravitate towards, that I need to attract. But when other potentials are just like money, caring, testing me every time, doing this, she's doing that, she's not sexy, she doesn't have a good body shape, there is tendency that you will go down because your major psychological mindset for attracting somebody is not right. So you need to work on your psychological mindset to be able to attract the right person. That's why we go to church. That's why we listen to the word. That's why we read books. That's why we listen to people's story in order to develop a wonderful mindset. In order to develop, so this has nothing to do with whether you don't I kept myself as a virgin, but I'm not saying you should not be a virgin. Virgin is one of the most celebrated things that can actually help you build trust. But I'm just saying that when you build your cogent your qualities or your mindset, your psychological mindset towards attracting a spouse on certain things that are very, very good qualities, it will so much help you in life. It will so much help when you build. Some people tell you that. So I've seen ladies that say that probably just say that my mom suffered in life because my mom married the man that does not have money, not my mom. But I'm just citing someone's example. And because of that, they ended up with someone that has money and turned them to a furniture in the house. Now, there are so many reasons that people attract one another. And if people could just look at the place of attracting one another in a positive way, I'm telling you, it's really, really going to go a long way. I've really dwelled more about this. Probably, maybe in my later video, I'm going to be dwelling more about what I just said. So let me quickly move into number two, which is mating and friendship. Now, after attraction, if you now see that that person has that impression that you created in your heart that you need in that person, you begin to get to know that person. So in the place of getting to know, one thing is that many people get carried away about euphoria, which is the chemistry, the mush mush, that they don't really take note of certain things to the extent that they just overlook red flags even in the relationship. And that shouldn't be. Euphoria is just that feeling that you're like, oh, I don't know how I'm feeling about it. That's true. Feelings is good. You need feelings to be able to connect to that person. But you most importantly need to have that mindset of getting to know that person. If you don't get to know that person, there's no way you can discover what you can get. Now, you cannot discover 100%, yes, because humans are unpredictable and you get to know humans every day. But there are certain stable characteristics that you will see in that person that will make you know that if this is what I really, really want to settle for, if you are not overly carried away with the relationship, if you are not overly carried away, if you are sensitive to things that happen. I'm not talking about being paranoid that you begin to suspect every little thing. No, I'm talking about being sensitive. Probably you discover that that person you are into a relationship with is a kind of person that doesn't buy things for you. And every time that person does not buy, this one does not buy. Even in 10 naira, the person cannot buy sweets. You should know this is a stable qualities that you need to be like, do you get? Now probably that lady is a lady that if if you've been going for dates and probably now there are days the lady can come late because she had hold up or something. But if you see her coming late every time you have a date, then you should know that she's not somebody that is smart. Like she doesn't keep to time. So you should know that she's not somebody that take things that serious. Now I'm just citing all these examples because many a times people will be like, okay, were you blind in relationship? Did you see something? No, you actually saw some things. One of the things I've been able to understand is apart from the fact that marriage is a gift, marriage is a covenant, marriage is a decision, and so many things that are surrounding it. One of the things I also say is that it is a choice. And that choice comes from your ability to weigh some things and be like, okay, this is it, this is not it. Now, if you are not weighing those things, then it will definitely be things that when you overlook them, it will come back to you when you get married. I'm going to give you guys more details in my next video because there's actually no much time to really give you more explanation. But with these little things, I'm still expecting your questions. The ones I can attend to in my DM, I will attend to them in my DM. The ones I can attend to, probably I'll just do a video on it. But looking at these things that I just said about attraction and mating, I hope you take note of that so that by the time you are attracting friends, or probably you've attracted a friend, and you guys are already mating, and you're looking at it and what's going on? Do I need this? Do I not need this? you can easily slide into my DM and let's talk about it. I'm your psychotherapist. My name is Rema. Don't forget to give me thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And don't forget to also do what? Comment in my comment section as we still talk about relationship matters in the month of May. See you guys.